Now, the soil we've got here is just a sort of edge of a field soil, and one of the arguments is that not only do we grow the soil organic matter, but we also, when you're not disturbing the soil, what happens? The soil grows. It actually physically grows, and that's due to the action of bacteria and fungi at depth, breaking down the rock particles into finer particles and into soil, into waste that is then gradually incorporated into the upper levels of soil through the action of worms, plants, ants, all this sort of thing. And if you talk to anybody that does a lot of fencing work, replacing field fences, they'll tell you that as they pull up the old fence, the bottom wires of that fence are usually embedded in soil. Now, when we put a new fence down, those bottom wires are at least 4 to 5 inches above ground level. So what is happening in these undisturbed sections of a field? All this activity has been going on, building soil. So what we're hoping is that throughout the whole farm, because we're not disturbing that soil anymore, we'll be building, not just building the organic matter levels in the soil, but also building soil, so that the soil depth will be increasing. And this is so just to give you a sort of sense of where we are. This is a fence we put in 35 years ago, and I was just digging down to demonstrate where if I can, our soils are pretty rocky and difficult to dig easily, especially next to a fence. So we'll just dig that soil away and expose the bottom. Sky's helping here, my invaluable operator. So we can see there where the soil's not been disturbed at all for 35 years. The soil level is up to just below the fence post staple, bottom staple. That's the plain wire there. Again, the plain wire largely embedded in grass and tussock and in soil in places. And this is now, in 35-40 years, the soil has risen around about, that staple would have been 3 or 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches indeed, above the ground level when we put that post in. So it's just typical of old fencing. It's undisturbed soil, and how that soil grows through the action of all the microbes and the insects and worms and so on. So all that livestock in below the soil is doing a power of work, building soil, building organic matter, and helping to lock up carbon. And that's a huge part of what we're aiming to do on the farm here. Looking back over the last 25 years, the organic matter levels have increased from around about 12%, which was high anyway, to now almost 15%. So we've added almost 3%, 3 percentage units of organic matter, which is worth around a third of a ton of carbon in per acre of soil. So that's a very useful part of regenerative agriculture, and is one that's largely ignored by scientists, I'm afraid. So thanks for being patient, and we'll talk again about another subject very shortly.